So guys, I also want to talk about the catch can setup that I'm now developing or starting to develop for the platform. Obviously, this catch can is just kind of like a stand-in. This is not the final product. So far, so good. That's up and coming. So you MQB guys, stay tuned because I'm definitely working really hard on trying to make something that's quality but also affordable for you guys. What's going on, guys? Quattro Gang back in the building for another video. Today we're talking about the 5 things I hate about my DTR6054 Audi A3.
Yeah, living it up, slipping it up. They got a pick, we slipping it up. I slip from the purple in the drought. I gotta run from the cut. I cannot run from the up. I brought the K, let it pop. She let me
get in that butt, just had it tall like a 9.
The number one thing that I dislike about the APR DTR6054 kit is the fact that for the A3 and GTI platforms, this is it. There's nothing else available unless you're running 104 octane, and we all know we can't run that in a daily. There's nothing else available, 103 octane, whatever it is, a super high octane fuel that we do not have access to on a day-to-day basis. So that's the number one thing. I hate that that's it. The number 2 thing that I hate about this kit is the lack of internet documentation. There are not a lot of people out there that have documented putting this on their vehicle and the results that they got from putting it on this vehicle. So it's tough for me to compare how my car is performing to anyone really, because either they drive a GTI or, you know, they have an R and they have more stuff, which is kind of going back to the first thing that I hate about the kit. The third thing that I hate about the APR DTR kit is the fact that you can't use any kind of aftermarket DV spacers, DV plus, or anything like that with the turbo inlet. The turbo inlet is so large that the only thing that will fit in that section is the stock DV with nothing else added onto it. I was running a DV plus diverter valve on this car while I was stage 2, and it worked great and sounded good, but I wanted to install it on the APR product. Obviously, it's not possible. Now, DV Plus does have a smaller diverter valve back housing that they do sell, but I couldn't get it because it was on back order. The 4th thing I hate about the APR DTR6054 kit is the lack of an E85 compatible file.
It's cold.
If you have a GTI or A3, you can't really change fuels. You can't add E85. They don't have that capability, and you're kind of stuck as far as what you can do modifying fueling in any way, shape, or form. The 5th and final thing I hate about the APR DTR6054 kit is the turbo noise. It's a little bit too much. There's a lot of stuff going on in the low RPMs as far as noise goes. It sounds cool and it's a great party piece, but at the end of the day, when you're dailying the car, it's kind of like an obnoxiously loud supercharger whine. You B8 and B8.5 S4 owners can identify with a cold air intake making the supercharger whine a little bit too obnoxious. And I am feeling some of that here with how loud the turbo is at low RPMs. Now, moving on to 5 things I love about the APR DTR6054 kit. Being perfectly honest, I love the fact that you can put the launch control wherever you want with the DSG file. I love the fact that If I want to launch at 7,000 RPM, I have the capability to launch at 7,000 RPM. Are my clutch packs going to last a long time? No, but you know, it's something that the car is capable of doing. The second thing I love about the APR DTR6054 kit is the power delivery. The power delivery is similar to that of an RS3. I have had, you know, the pleasure of being in an RS3 and reacting to its power band. It makes the car more 5-cylinder-ish in power delivery. The number 3 thing that I love about this kit is the ease of install. It is an OEM replacement. Everything bolts up, and the only thing that you may have issues with is running aftermarket diverter valves, like I talked about earlier. The 4th thing that I love about the APR DTR 6054 kit, also something I kind of hate, but I also do like. I do like the turbo noise. I don't like it at low RPMs, but at high RPMs, it is a really cool big turbo noise, and we all love spoolie boys. The 5th and final thing that I love about my APR DTR6054 A3 is the ability to choose between a front-wheel drive file and an all-wheel drive file. I had the pleasure of running both on this vehicle, and I will say that being able to see the contrast between the two, let's say I had a 2-wheel drive variant, meaning a GTI. If I had a 2-wheel drive car, the front-wheel drive file really would have been great, because the way this car delivers power and the way the turbo delivers power, it makes you spin even when you're not trying to spin, because the power comes on so heavy in the mid to upper RPMs. The front wheel drive file actually limits torque in first, second, and third gear, at least what my butt dyno says, and then doesn't give you full boost until 4th gear. And in all of those gears, it eases off the torque once you get past 5,000 RPM. I thought that was something that was really, really innovative for APR to do for the front wheel drive guys out there. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you join me next week for more content. You guys like, comment, and subscribe, and you know, drop down in the comments what you want to see on the channel next and what you want to see on the car, and we'll see if we can't get it done.
Living it up, slipping it up. They got a paper, we slipping it up. I slip with perp in the drought. I gotta run from the cut. I cannot run from the up. I brought the K, let it pop. She let me get in that butt. Drip had it toe like a nun.